Hi everybody, I had a problem with the pen, apparently it didn't save the presentation. Okay. So I'm going to present you the field lab. This is a joint field lab between me and Professor Sónia. And basically the idea is to deal with two major frameworks nowadays being used a lot in organizations. I'm speaking about ISO 9001 and innovation, meaning quality management and innovation, supported both by some frameworks or standards like ISO 9001 and some other standards like Portuguese standard NP 4457. So the idea is, and I don't know if you know quality management or innovation. So the idea regarding quality management is to provide a set of disciplines, a set of hard or soft disciplines that can be used in organizations that can enhance some of the qualities in management that the organization has towards the provisioning or the realization, as we usually do, of products and services with quality. Okay? So we have several different aspects that can be considered interesting. So the most obvious ones are the perspective of measuring and monitoring all the processes that we are executing in order to produce services, provide services or produce products. Although there are other disciplines like, for instance, management commitment, or for instance, the identification of the requisites, the requirements for the products or the service to be provided, and all the follow-up of those requirements, the revisions, the verifications, the validations of those requirements. Okay, leadership, communication, training, awareness, you name it. So there is a lot of different aspects, considered soft aspects, that this type of standards can provide in the organization, enhancing them to provide better products or services. On the other hand, from the innovation point of view, what we have is the possibility to have the grabbing of new ideas, new perspectives, new skills, new something inside organizations that actually can create new products, new services, new ways of doing things in such a way that we can be somehow innovative, of course, disruptive, of course, in such a way that we can win the fight with our competition. The interesting part of this field lab is the fact that the majority of the organizations that use innovative or innovation frameworks actually use as well quality management frameworks. And the idea of this field lab is to study, and there are already some studies regarding this, so what we're going to do, what you are going to do, is to use those studies, those approaches to check, to verify if this really happens in real organizations, is that the influence between quality management and innovation. Okay? Kim, 2012, and I'm sorry again, the presentation had this information, but we're going to see it in analyzed this type of influence and concluded that there are 19 ways of influence innovation based on soft variables from quality management. 19 types of influence that can influence differently 5 different types of innovation. That can be innovative processes, can be innovative products, can be disruptive processes, can be disruptive products, and of course can be administration, which is a type of innovation that has to do with organizing differently, okay, in order to produce the same products or services. So the idea for this field lab is, and this will be done of course in group, usual stuff, as Professor Sónia mentioned, with the regular rules that we assume that we are supposed to comply with, which is regular meetings every 2 weeks, and a final individual presentation with 25 pages and a general group presentation regarding the whole stuff, the whole the work. So the idea is for you to analyze these 19 different ways of influencing innovation based on quality management. 2 frameworks to be used, or that you can use, which is ISO 9001. Actually, ISO 9001 has a very recent version, 2015. Okay, so we advise you to use it because it's pretty much new. No company yet is certified based on this new standard. Okay, has some differences regarding the previous version, namely risk, which is something quite interesting to look at as well, namely in the way it influences innovation. And of course, there are several frameworks regarding innovation, but again, there is one ISO standard that can help you as well. Actually, it's Portuguese. It's NP, which stands for Norma Portuguesa, NP 4457, and has or proposes a management system to support, to sustain, to make innovation inside organizations. And actually, it's completely aligned with this vision, this perspective of Kim about these 5 different types of innovation. NP 4457 actually promotes product innovation, service innovation, marketing innovation, and organization innovation, which is pretty much aligned with what I said before. So that's it. The idea is to make a quantitative empirical study looking at organizations. Can be your own organization, the organization that you choose, and or can be also we can promote or propose also some organizations. Here in Portugal, just so you to know, there are many organizations that have these 2 perspectives, quality and innovation. Okay, it's interesting to see these 2 certifications come hand in hand. Okay, namely, and now I'm speaking about my area, namely the IT area. Okay, there are many organizations, IT organizations, that look at innovation as a way to disrupt the market, to do new things, okay, using technology. But interestingly, they use quality management as a way to sustain, to support their activity, okay, to induce new processes and new ways of doing things in an organized manner, okay, and then they have innovation. I'm an auditor as well, certification auditor. I know what I'm telling you, it's actually what I audit. It's really interesting to see how these organizations interact with these 2 frameworks, okay, and the type of products and services that they are actually introducing the market based on this. Questions? And then Sónia, anything that you
Just that the Portuguese norm is in English already. So
it's in sorry?
Is in English already?
It
is. We translated.
You translated the graph, the picture. Okay?
No, the norm also.
I don't assume that they exist. But
No, we translated.
You translated?
Yeah.
Okay, so
the students can have access to that in English.
okay, so it's a good point. Although this is a Portuguese standard, we already have a translation of it. Okay, so for foreign students that can use it in English as well, so it's a good achievement. Anything else? No? Yes, please.
Say the Google password.
KI. That's the last slide, and I'm sorry for this. I mean, I have this problem with the pen drive. So it's pretty much this. I advise you to go there. It's a very interesting aspect. It's possible to feel this, to see this when we are auditing, when we are visiting companies, seeing the influence between these 2 standards in this section. So I propose it. Thank you very much.